Hey YouTube, my name's Nick James and I'm going to be teaching you how to play guitar. I've been playing guitar for over 25 years and wanted to share some of the concepts that helped me learn the best and hopefully save you a lot of time. Today we're going to be talking about the chord scale, and this concept really separates beginner guitarists to intermediate guitarists. This chord scale is the same thing as the major scale. It just harmonizes each one of the 7 notes in the major scale to its specific major or minor chord. So we're going to keep on using the key of G because it's very popular and just easy to understand. There's only one sharp in it, which is F sharp. And what we're going to learn later in this lesson is you're probably just never going to play that chord anyway for the most part. So if you've been watching my videos, you've probably learned your open chord shapes. You've hopefully learned what chord progressions are and been able to practice maybe 2 or 3 of them. And then last lesson we looked at triads and how those are going to help you basically learn how to solo, because those triads include the 1, 3, and 5 in the chord, which are going to be the most important notes to target in a guitar solo. So now I want to go ahead and just kind of bring us all the way back to at least learning the chord scale. That way you have a good understanding of where these chord progressions come from and how to maybe think about each note in the major scale, because it's not just a dot on the fretboard. It has meaning. It has either a minor chord behind it and connects to the key you're in different ways. So the key we're looking at is G major. So we learned that we could play G major up and down the neck, but we're going to start in this bar chord, this E-shaped G major bar chord. And the second note in a major scale is just going to skip 1 fret. So you're going to go from G, skip over G sharp, and go to A. The third note is B, so you're also going to take what we call a whole step. You're going to skip 1 fret and go to B. So G, A, B, 1, 2, 3. Now the G major is going to be major, but the second is minor and the third is minor. So we have so far G major, A minor, B minor. Now we talked a lot about the 1, 4, 5 chord progression. So by now you probably know we got G, C, and D as our major chords. So we're just gonna get up to D here where we see G. We're going to make a whole step to A minor, meaning we're going to skip a fret. We're going to skip another fret and go to B minor. Now, from going 3 to 4, there's only a half step, or you're just going to go up 1 fret, and that'll get us to C. And now to get from C to D, we're going to be taking a whole step, or skipping over a fret. So the pattern that we're gonna go by to basically get us to the major scale notes are whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, to F sharp, half step. So whole, half. Now 3 wholes, whole step, half step. So we're gonna complete the rest. There's only a few more to call out here, 2 more, the 6th and 7th chords. So we have G major, A minor, B minor, C major. I'm gonna jump down to here to play D major in the A shape, just so we don't run out of room on the fretboard. We have D major as the 5th. The 6th is E minor. The 7th is F sharp, half diminished, and the G is the next note. It's a half step up, and we're right back to home. So there's only 7 notes in a major scale, and each one of those notes has a corresponding chord that it's tied to. So when you're learning the fretboard, your chord progressions you're going to learn are probably going to have the 1, the 4, the 5, maybe the 6th. One thing that you're probably just never going to play, so if you're still on the beginner and intermediate stage, stay away from the half diminished chord. It's not going to do you any good right now. It's just going to confuse you, and a lot of pop music, almost all the music you're going to learn, rock and roll, pop, R&B, it just doesn't have this diminished chord used a lot, if at all. So feel free to skip that. But every other chord, make sure you understand that there is basically a pattern you can follow: whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And again, the chords that they're tied to are 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 major, 6 minor, and 7 half diminished. And then we're right back to 1 major. And the reason why I would take the time to understand, the chord scale and how those chords kind of interact with each other, from spacing and just the intervals that they are, is because you could sit here and learn guitar songs and play guitar endlessly, like I did for probably over 10 years, but I didn't learn the music side of things. And this stuff is just music. It's not music theory. That word just becomes really confusing and sounds way more technical than it actually is. Let's just call this stuff music. And the major scale is what you're going to play mostly all the time. And before you start learning the scale on the fretboard, that's the G major scale. But let's actually learn the chords before we learn the individual notes, because those are just as important. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more lessons.